We're gonna dump the market, guys. We're gonna dump it. What a crazy morning. Oh, here I go again, guys. Here I go again. Inside the Crypto Otaku, back again for more Crypto Chaos. Yes, more Crypto Chaos. And Doom. Is it? The stream's been doomed this morning. I couldn't get going. We're a half hour behind. Holy crap. Holy crap, guys. All right, well, show must go on. Show must go on. Well, anyway, how's it going? How's it going? OG Boban Free Otaku. Free Otaku. Yes, I'm finally free from the chains of YouTube. Oh my god. I guess I got banned this morning. I don't know what happened. I had to get my stream key reevaluated. I don't know why. Everything was set up the same way before. I don't know. I'm freaking out. Yo, Danny in the house. How's it going, Danny? I'll be back in about 10 minutes again. all right. Okay, guys. Well, where do we start? Enough excitement this morning. I'm ready to bring. I was ready to bring on the chaos. I was like, we're not getting any chaos. I'm just gonna bring it on. I'm gonna bring it in myself. And yeah, I got the classic McDonald's hoodie on, and I'm ready. Got my name tag on. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to bring on the doom. Bring on the doom. I'm gonna hug a bear today. If that's the only chaos we can get, I'll take it. I will take it. All right, guys. All right. So what are we sitting at? Well, it looks like we pretty much landed on top of our bear target from last night. And I've been calling it, man. I said the night before I was too bullish, and here we go. I played it into a little bit more of a bearish, pattern, and it played pretty much out. We are getting a retest out at 101.6. Still a little higher than the previous low, right? So sitting at 100. That was, of course, the biggest buy zone we have on the live heat map, right? Live heat map tracker. Let me pull that up real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. Here we go. Boom. Of course. Kimba bringing to you for live for free. Don't pay for something you get for free.
What are you,
Don't
stupid?
do it. Thank you, Oscar. All right. So yeah, sitting still right around there. Look at this. We're still trapped within this trading pattern. This range. 100,000 to about 105. They just want to keep us at range bound for now, probably until, I don't know, coin consensus is over or Bitcoin 2025 starts. I don't know, but yeah, this is kind of happening right now. Same thing. Nothing has changed. Except for my hoodie. I did change my hoodie. How's it going, MM25? How's it going? That was close. That was chaos. So many lives this morning. So many lives. What do you? Oh yeah. What is going on with my stream key? I don't know what's going on with that. I had like 17, I think. Like the lives just wouldn't let me go. It wouldn't let me go live. It keep creating like random like generic thumbnails, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I did just recently change ISP, so I reset everything and eventually let me go through. I don't know if it's my ISP now doing it. I don't know. But yeah, I keep getting these forbidden errors. For those in the chat who know, you know. All right, guys. Okay, so 102.3. Is this the end? Is this going to be at the end? Well, to me, it just feels like one of these. What is this? A dip for ants?
A center for ants!
A dip for ants. Yes, that's a dip for ants. Let the ants eat it up. Whoa. My screen's crashing. Oh no. Hopefully it won't crash the stream. All right. So yeah, it's still too early, guys. Too early to tell. Probably gonna, get some support here and then start rallying on up. I'm losing sound. Okay, I think I'm good. All right, getting back to the news, the Bloomberg, the things. I swear I am losing my mind. I could have sworn I saw Larry Fink looking over my monitor. I can't. I am losing it, guys. I'm losing it. I'm gonna show you what I just saw. Oh, you can't see it. Damn it. You can't see it. Man, this lighting right here is jank. Holy crap. Boom. Yeah, you probably can't see that. Nope. But I got some heads peeking at me across my screen. I'm like, oh my god, it's Larry Fink. What the hell? I'm losing it, guys. Okay, let's get into it. So much chaos, so much chaos. Not enough chaos. I don't know.
I'd buy that for $1.
No, not really. I hit the wrong button. I need my buttons, guys. I'm missing all my buttons. I have half of my buttons. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what's going on with the news. Anything breaking this morning? We do have Trump headed to Abu Dhabi today, this morning. I think he already touched down. JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon's recession is still on the table for the U.S. That's right. He's still looking at a 50%. That's a coin flip. That's tails. But yeah, JP Morgan Chase says, still in the cards. Fed Jerome Powell is cautious about higher long-term rates as supply shocks provide policy challenges. I think we're getting CPI today, right? On our PPI. I think it's PPI. Fed Jerome Powell says on Thursday that the longer-term interest rates are likely to be higher than the economy changes and policy is in flux. You know what Trump would say? Orange Man would say, "You're playing sides." You cut rates when Biden was still in office, and now you're not cutting rates at all. Federal Jerome Powell said Thursday that longer-term interest rates are likely to be higher for longer. In remarks that focus on the central bank's policy framework review, last done in September 2020, Powell noted that the conditions have significantly changed over the past 5 years. During the period, the Fed witnessed a period of surging inflation, pushing at historically aggressive interest rate hikes. Powell said that with even longer-term inflation expectations largely in line with the Fed's 2% target, and the area of near zero rates is not likely to return anytime soon. Higher rates for longer, guys. Higher rates for longer. Let's see what else we got. Of course, JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon calling for 50% recession. I think it's like 45. I think his actual numbers are 45 now. Again, it was 65, 70% just a few weeks ago. So we could flip in a moment's notice. And JB, who trusts this man anyway? He also called for the Fed to cut rates by May. Yeah, him and Bank of America's, both those companies were calling for May rate cuts. That ain't happening. Wall Street titan Jamie Dimon said Thursday that the recession is still a serious possibility for the United States, even after the recent rollback on tariffs from China. If there is a recession, I don't know how big it will be or how long it will last. Hopefully, I will avoid it. I wouldn't take it off the table at this point. That's pretty much sums up what he said. I saw the little audio clip of this morning while I was trying to set up the stream. And got denied, banned, or whatever. I don't know. I still don't know what happened, guys. All I know is that Godzilla's not happy. He's not happy. All right. Okay, let's see what else we got breaking. Check the talking heads. And this is a dip for ants, guys. This is a dip for ants. Jesus.
We'll have more coming up on that, according to the Wall Street Journal company under criminal investigation. Meantime, Cameron Dawson at New Edge Wealth expecting volatility to return.
We are seeing markets get slightly overbought, and we have valuations that are already back to 21.5 times forward earnings. This is a really fulsome valuation given the degree of uncertainty, the degree of earnings cuts that we're still seeing.
And Foot Locker stock, that's kicking it, Paul, as you mentioned, right now 82% higher. They're being acquired by Dick's Sporting Goods. Price tag there, $2.4 billion. That's a lot of sneakers.
Who wears Foot Locker anymore? I don't know anyone who wears Foot Locker.
Mike's going to be along in a few minutes to break this down, but I'll give you this one. Producer Pricing Index.
I don't know nothing about the normie stuff, guys. I'm sorry.
5 years. That was a surprise. Why? With all the tariff news, slumping margins. Businesses, it looks like, are absorbing some of the cost of the higher tariffs. Right now, the S&P 500, 13 points lower. That's down 0.25%, 58.78 on the index. The Dow down 109 points. That's down about 0.25%. And the Nasdaq 183 points lower, and that is down 0.4%. We check the markets for you all day long right here on Bloomberg Radio. I'm John Tucker, and that's your Bloomberg Business Flash. Isabel and Paul.
All right, John Tucker, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Isabel Lee sitting in for Alex Steele. I'm Paul Sweeney. We're live here in our Bloomberg Interactive Broker Studio in New York City. We're streaming live on YouTube as well. Let's take a look at
something good.
Some of the stocks on the move today. I'm Paul Sweeney with Isabel Lee, and we're joined by Bloomberg's Christine Aquino. Christine, what are you looking at today?
Have to look at United Health, Paul. I mean, that is the worst performer.
We're going back to the healthcare again. Okay, United Health still not processing the news, of course, of the lower prices on pharmaceutical drugs here in the United States, because we've been paying way too much more for drugs. Whoever's paying for drugs. I don't pay for any drugs. I'm naturally just insane. I am not medicated, guys. Maybe you should be. Anyway, so let's get back in the chat real quick, see how everything's going. Now that we got the live going, I'm happy. I'm fine. I'm happy. Let's see. Milk Money says, yeah, that was chaos this morning. Yeah, so many lives. I don't know what happened with that. Larry is watching you. He knows. Larry? Oh, Larry Fink. Yeah, behind my monitor. Yes. freaking. You guys can't see that. I could probably show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, let me show you real quick. I can do it. I can probably pull it off. Look at this. Look right above my monitor, right there. There's my mannequins from the old setup. Yeah. Creepy. I just saw these, little thin head with no hair, and I'm like, oh, is that Larry Fink? What the hell? God. Daddy Larry freaking me out today. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, they're still talking about United Healthcare. Let's see what else we got going on. Did Trump land yet? I missed the first half hour, guys. I think he yesterday he got into Qatar at right around 10:30 ish. So maybe it'll be around the same time period today. There's supposed to be bad weather today in Chicago. Make sure you keep an eye out. I guess. Is it like tornadoes and stuff? I'm a bit away from Chicago though. Quentin, how's it going? Quentin, how's it going, my guy? It's been a minute. Yeah, it's going. I'm alive, and I'm live. So yeah, it's going. Great morning, yo boy. How's it going, yo boy, in the house as well? God, turbo. You guys ready for turbo? I haven't had enough coffee yet. Crap. There we go. All right, we still talking about United Healthcare.
NVIDIA reporting next week, and that'll bring it right back to the front burner. Walmart, what's happening in Arkansas?
Well, speaking of all we talk about is tariffs, I mean, very much related story there. Walmart down 3% at the moment, so pairing some of those opening losses there. We did get another solid quarter of sales and earnings growth, but it really is the company's outlook that is shaking up the investor sentiment. They are cautioning that tariffs, increasing economic turbulence means that it is expecting to raise prices, according to Chief Financial Officer John David Rainey, saying that if you've not already seen it, price hikes will happen in May, and then it will become more pronounced. And so keep in mind, of course, Walmart is just the opening salvo for retailers in the U.S. We have Home Depot and Target reporting next week, and so, or in the coming weeks. And so that begs the question as well, will these same retailers raise their prices as well? And what would that mean for the American consumer?
I mean, you see, I get Walmart can push through price increases, but how about the small retailer? What are they going to do when their prices,
screwed.
When their
I'm sorry, they're done. The rest of what's left from COVID, they're all gone. All my favorite stores are gone. Anyway, moving on, guys. I wanted to talk about this right now that's happening. Bitcoin's having a little bit of a retest at 102, hopefully 102. We've got Jasmine. Look at this Jasmine coming back down. Also retesting almost near where I bought last night. I just bought like a bunch last night as we hit pretty much right on top of this range here. Yeah, we're still kind of consolidating upwards a little bit. We could still come back down and retest 0. Oh yeah, it's 1.7. 1.7 tenths of a penny. Yeah, so just watching Jasmine right now. If you guys want to get in a little bit more, I still think Jasmine's going to be one of the bigger runners this cycle. All right, anything else going on in our space right now? Let's take a look at crypto bubbles in general. But I had to point out Jasmine. Someone over in the other place told me about it. Who said it? Who said it? Clicks. Oh no, who the hell said Jasmine was coming? Spencer Phrase. Spencer Phrase. Jasmine did France. he did France. Oh god. Anyway, getting back to crypto bubbles. That's over in the community, over at Rob's community, over at Crypto Futures. Guys, if you're not over there, please check him out. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. My favorite Canadian on earth. And I do like to participate over there. You guys are great. Okay, so right now everything's kind of meh. kind of following suit from last night's live stream. Also pretty meh. Everything down about 7% on average. Look at this, bang, 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 bang. 7% down on average. Still up pretty good on the month. Everything's still up roughly 20 to 100% on the month. I mean, my God. Virtual's protocol still holding 200% on the month. Sui still up 70% on the month. Might be a good time to pick up a little bit of Sui too. Rolling under, almost getting close to $3.50 right now. I do like Sui. I don't think it's going to do more than a 10x though. Let's see what else we got. Anything else in the last 3 months holding on? Pulling back enough on the day though? I don't know. Everything's just pretty much up for grabs today. Right, getting back to it. What else do we got? Let's see if we can find any more news, breaking news. Ukraine peace talks. CNBC doesn't have anything breaking right now. All the stuff we already covered. Fox Business. Walmart, some prices increases are possible in tariff uncertainty, as we just heard from Bloomberg. Chinese imports to U.S. plummet to lowest levels since the pandemic amid Trump tariffs. U.S. student loan. How is the Dixie doing? You know, how's the Dixie doing? Let's see the Dixie. Hopefully Dixie's rolling on over Dixie. A little bit. We almost touched 100 again. Oh, so close. 100.6, 100.6. We gotta break this, man. We gotta break this. It is breaking down. It's the 5 days coming on down again. On the last 3 months, this was my favorite one to look at. It's rolling on over a little bit, consolidating sideways, but still, it's still on a downward trend in the last 6 months. Hopefully we continue this downward trend and we get risk on assets to pump. But with Trump doing the orange work, the orange man's work, it could be, you know, rallying the dollar up just a little higher in the next few weeks. Speaking of which, where the hell is Trump? He's supposed to be in Abu Dhabi right now. Abu Dhabi. I think I can spell Abu Dhabi. I can spell Abu Dhabi. Yay. All right. So he visits UAE after Qatar on the Middle East tour. Live updates 20 minutes ago. President Trump arrived on Thursday in the United Arab Emirates. That's one of the places I've been looking at living, UAE. A key ally, and also no capital gains on crypto, for what I heard last. I think we reported that a few months ago. Earlier in Qatar, he spoke to American troops in a rally-like atmosphere at the largest U.S. military facility in the region. Here's the latest. President Trump has arrived on Thursday for the final leg in the Middle East tour and has yet so far yielded a diplomatic breakthrough with Syria and deals for the U.S. firms. As we already heard from yesterday, he's got about $250 billion made for the U.S. During this entire trip. So far, it's $250 billion. It's not too bad. It's a lot more than the Doge has saved, right? Where's the Doge live tracker? It's been a while since we showed the live tracker on Doge. But the last thing, I think they stopped at like on 150 billion or something like that. 170 billion, yeah. So I think Trump's doing a lot better. Let's see what we got here. Early in the day, Mr. Trump attended the event with the business leaders in Qatar's capital, Doha, and visited Al Udeid Air Base, the largest American military facility in the region, to address the American troops. I have nothing else to do, Mr. Trump told the troops on the stage on Al Udeid, so let's have a little fun. In a rally-like atmosphere, he spoke about Qatar's purchases of American military supplies and told several of his favorite stories, including the one about his trip to Iraq during his first term. And of course, he's probably talked about stopping, was it Hamas or ISIS, or I don't remember. Name some sort of terrorist organized group in that region from 2016-17. In an extraordinary encounter, Mr. Trump met on Thursday on Syria's new president. This is in Syria, Qatar. Okay, this is pretty much just, recapping everything he's done so far in the region. All right, so that's kind of where he's at right now. We're just waiting for maybe some, breaking news on his talks with Abu Dhabi world leaders. All right. Anything else going on? Doge latest? Is there anything really new? I don't think there's anything new with Doge. No, there's nothing new with Doge. This is super old. Okay. All right, guys. So that's what we got right now. Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Let's take a look at that real quick, too. Crypto Fear and Greed Index sitting at 70. Still in greed. Don't really see it this morning, though. But you know what? It's still green. Let's see. We got the traditional stock markets also sitting at 71 as well. So we're mirroring the stock market at the moment. I mean, I love for the longest time we were just completely, completely uncorrelated with it. And then now we're just right back on par again. Yo Otaku, how's it going? Quentin, yes, good break morning. Yo Mars in the house, how's it going? Mr. O. I guess that's me. I guess that's me. And of course, bringing you the chaos every single morning. It's I, the Crypto Otaku. Just a coin flip away from a recession. Jesus. Okay, guys. If you didn't catch last night's live stream, of course, we talked about Dave Ramsey flipping on the Beanie Baby thing, or at least his, his disciples have in his on his show. I want to hear what Dave Ramsey himself has to say about it currently in 2025. Hopefully, we'll get a respawn from that because it's taking X by storm. All right, what else we got? I wish I could get my my YouTube studio to work right. This is a mess. What a mess. Braveheart McFreedom, how's it going? Mid morning, Otaku off the grid. Paul, yes. How's it going? Braveheart McFreedom, off the grid. Paul, man, how you doing? All right. So anything else? Let's see the talking heads. See if they got anything else going on. Talking heads. Over on Bloomberg. Oh, what else? Coin census starts day 2 today. Yesterday was very lackluster. I let it play in the background. Although we got Mr. Wonderful right now.
An executional skill. You may not like his policies on green initiatives, and some don't. I'm always willing to give a new leader 100% mandate. Give him a chance. But he's got a tough job because he doesn't have a majority. And so he's got to work with the Conservatives to find a path. After all, Canada is the richest country on earth when measured proven resources per capita. We're the richest country on earth run by morons. Here's a chance where you could get Carney to reverse that course. So he has his chance, but because if you look at the history of minority governments in the parliamentary system, whether it be in Britain or in Canada, it's not good. I mean, if you don't turn the ship around in 12 to 18 months, you're gone.
What are your thoughts on his stance on crypto policy? He hasn't really elaborated on that. And so when we talk about crypto policy in Canada, where do you see that headed under Mark Carney?
I'm very optimistic that he will follow the leadership of the regulator in the U.S., which has happened, really with the OSC, the regulator here, the prime regulator in Ontario. They're watching what the SEC is doing. Paul Atkins just took over the SEC just weeks ago. He's very pro-crypto. He's made that known. So I anticipate a very positive tone in Canada as well. And I think Carney, coming out of financial services, understands the potential of what crypto can be in providing, productivity in all sectors of the Canadian economy. So I would say he'll be pro-crypto. I mean, we don't know yet, but I'm going to cut him a broad swath to let him prove himself because he can do it.
And what do you think of his interactions with Trump? I mean, it
Ask
seemed
him about
that
the TikTok
Trump liked
deal.
him, and they
Ask
had
him
a
about polka
rapport,
dot.
and what do you make of that?
Well, it's a reverse to what the reason he's prime minister is a remarkable situation. Think about this. Trump and Trudeau had a toxic relationship because during Trump's first term, the first mandate he had, Trudeau kept throwing barbs at him and darts at him all around the world, insulting him in Egypt and India and the UK. And Trump didn't like that. And I guess Trudeau never thought he'd be back. And then when Trump got back, the first thing he did was reverse that same thing. And he started doing the whole Trudeau's a governor, we're going to buy Canada. I was just having fun. But I also learned that he hates Freeland even more. And so he just hated both of those people. And that's what caused this incredible antagonistic view of Canada, which let Carney go to Canadian people. And he was so brilliant at this. I have to hand it to him. He said, don't look at the track record of my party. Doesn't matter that they impoverished 25% of the Canadian population. Don't worry that we've wiped out the currency. Don't worry that our GDP is zero. That doesn't matter. What matters is this evil guy south of the border named Trump. I will save you. And it worked. God. It was brilliant. Now the problem is he's got to deliver. He's got to turn Canada around. And you want to support the leader, regardless of who it is.
You've got to be firm on the tariffs.
If he doesn't do it in 12 to 18 months, he'll be gone.
Were you surprised that Carney was able to kind of flip the country very quickly? When it comes to the vote, most of Canada was leaning conservative.
Well, I think he did a brilliant job in getting people to, because the Liberals were losing by 30% because of their track record. It was the worst government in Canadian history by the numbers. You don't have to get emotional about it. They wiped the Canadian economy out. They just did. And they just had the wrong policies at the wrong time. But it was remarkable to see. That just shows you he's a pretty good, he has good executional skills. And so we want him to do that within the country now. And let's see it happen.
What do you think will be the right approach when approaching tariffs with Trump? Because we see China has had a hard stance. You were saying throw 400% tariffs against China, but now we've seen them roll that back quite a bit, this 90-day pause. And on other cases with Panama, with other countries, if they give in a little, I mean, they're going to be basically slapped by Trump. And so what should the Canadian approach be?
Well, I called for 400% on China as effective embargo. I didn't want any trade with them to get them to the table. They came to the table in Geneva, and they've started the narrative now, which I think is great. The way to look at this tariff situation, right now, let's look at the China package for the next 90 days. 10% tariffs of American goods going into China, 30% Chinese goods coming in the U.S., of which it's 10, reciprocal 10, plus a 20% fentanyl penalty, which could go away tomorrow if the Chinese figure out how to stop sending the components of fentanyl to Mexico and the United States. And so that's a 10 and 10. The way to look at it from the financial perspective is most countries on earth have a consumption tax called a VAT tax. You're in Italy, you buy a handbag, you go to the airport, you get your VAT tax back. France, England, Canada, same thing. The U.S. could never sell to Congress a consumption tax, ever. However, if you put a 10% tariff on reciprocal with every other country, you've effectively introduced a consumption tax. That's what Trump is doing. And most economies can function very well between 7 and 14% consumption tax. So if they end up in the middle at 10%, reciprocal tax with every country, including Canada, that's going to work. And I think that's where we're going. And unfortunately, right now, Canada is only 2.5% of the world's GDP, so we're way at the bottom of the list of what Trump cares about, because he's trying to do 60 agreements
We're
at once.
We're a top trading partner for the United States.
No, I know, but I mean, you got to get the EU done, India done, Japan done, and then Canada maybe. In the meantime, he's just parked us with 25% because he hated Trudeau so much in Freeland. And I can't believe she's still in government. I mean, I'm shocked.
She's transport minister now, right?
The best thing to do with her, and I would advocate this as a Canadian taxpayer, is pay her, but don't let her come to work. Let her stay at home and just do whatever she does. And she's horrible. She's the worst manager I've ever seen.
Why do you think he kept her in government?
I have no idea. If she was working for one of my companies, I would have fired her a long time ago. Look at what she did when she was finance minister. She is the most incompetent elected official in Canadian history after Trudeau, who was an idiot. So you've got, I can't say enough, but I'm just telling the truth. I'm being honest. She was absolutely, had no executional skills.
Do you still think Canada should be the 51st state of the United States?
No, I don't think that at all. I think we should have an economic union.
Come on, ask him about Polkadot or freaking the TikTok
the largest economy on earth. If we combined, do the same thing the Europeans did. A common currency, a common passport option. We don't give up sovereignty. We form an economic union. We protect the northern border against Russia and China. That's the signal that Trump has given. But he detested. I mean, I was there. I watched those two interact. It was brutal. It was. Ugh.
You're familiar with Trump, correct?
I've known the guy for 17 years. We came up together on television. He was on Celebrity Apprentice, and I did Shark Tank. We started the same month in New York. That was 17 years ago. Look, he is what he is, but I always tell people, look, don't listen to the noise, listen to the signal. Trump is bombastic. He says outrageous things. He tweets out crazy stuff every morning, but he has a signal. And the signal he has is, let's combine the economies. Not buy Canada. No one's going to sell Canada. No Canadians want that. But if you ask a Canadian, would they like to take their Trudeau peso and convert it into American dollars? 11 out of 10 Canadians would do that. No, I mean the Canadian dollar's wiped out. It's almost
Should Canada have a strategic Bitcoin reserve?
I think they should. I think every country is going to use that in the same way that gold was used 100 years ago. I mean, I'm a believer in that, but you need policy. You need law for that. We don't have that. We don't even designate Bitcoin as a security or commodity yet. A long way from that happening. A long way.
Kevin, we got to let you go, but I want to come back to one thing you said. You said that you
Come
think the Canadian
on!
regulator will watch the U.S. regulator and what they're doing when it comes to crypto regulation. The last time you and I spoke, we spoke about stablecoin legislation in the United States.
Right.
The last Senate vote failed to pass. I want to get your thoughts on that. What do you think is going to happen? Are you still positive on getting stablecoin legislation by summer
I'm very
recess?
close to that bill, and they're taking another shot at it. There was 9 Democrats that voted against it in the last minute. That was purely political. Most states and the federal government see the merit of a digital payment system based on the U.S. dollar because most commodities on Earth price discoveries based on the U.S. dollar, including Canadian commodities like oil, like gas, like precious metals and precious rare earths. They're all designated and price discovered in U.S. dollars. And so I think that will happen. It will be an important legislative move to signal that we're going to be dealing with crypto. And I believe, and I'm still an optimist, and I've said this multiple times, that crypto will be the 12th sector of the economy within 5 years because it's so productive to the rest of the sectors, just in digital payments. Just think about what happened when Robinhood bought WonderFi. You can now transfer currency right across the border without using a bank. That's a $1 trillion industry it's ancient. It's 60-year-old technology and really high fees. You now, if you have a wallet in Canada and you have a wallet in the US, you just do a transaction of a stable coin. I mean, that's brilliant.
All right, Kevin, we got to let you go. Thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you very much.
Here at the desk.
They're going to do
Kevin
nothing
O'Leary
today
will be speaking on
again.
stage at Consensus 2025 later on today. That
He's
was
going to be on
Sherman.
stage again. But, I mean, come on. You didn't ask him a single question about any of the things that really matter with our space. I get the politics in Canada. Okay, whatever. Oh, my God. Come on. Yeah, it's going to be another boring day at Coin Consensus 2025 in Canada. Toronto. Morning. Yes, morning, Funky. How's it going, Funky? How's it going? We're back. We're alive. And I could say much. I can't say the same thing about Coin Consensus. Anyway, but Trump, he's
now we're looking at the President of the United States, who's now officially in the final leg of his journey, the United Arab Emirates, where he is being greeted. It looks like inside of what would be a sophisticated hangar where Air Force One pulled into.
You can see America.
And that was about 2 hours ago in Abu Dhabi. So we're still waiting to see some update to this, but this was posted on his Truth Social account a couple hours ago. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting. We're just kind of waiting for some more news. And yeah, I think right now we're just getting a little bit of a sell-off in preparation for it. Something big. Who knows? We don't know. All right. What else we got, guys? What else we got? It's 10:32. This is typically the time that I would be looking to get out. I would be looking to finish up the live stream. But you know what? I was a half hour late today because of shenanigans with YouTube or my ISP. I still don't know. I still don't know what it was. But yeah, I mean, I was like flooding the entire stream with like new thumbnails. I'm just trying to get like a stream going. It just would not stay up and live. Keeps like putting up like upcoming. I don't know what's going on with the back end of the studio. YouTube Studio sucks. It really does. Anyway, getting back to the chat real quick. Morning, folks. What is the event today? The event is more Trump. Trump finished the tour of Middle East, right? The tour of the Middle East. Finishes today, concludes today, and yeah, we'll be getting him back home tomorrow, I think. So that's the big thing in the room right now. We're just waiting for him to finish that all up, and then yeah, the stock market. We got earnings coming out for the rest of the week. Friday looks like it's gonna be kind of meh. We do have next week. Is it? Is it next week? I keep forgetting every single time I gotta Google it. Bitcoin 2025, I think. It might be the end of the month. I keep forgetting. It's probably the last week of the month. Yeah, May 27th to 29th. Yeah, so nothing really happening the next week or two. But I keep saying this. All you got to do is look at the chart for Bitcoin, And all we got to do is go sideways for just a week or two, and then we can explode. We can explode. Is it gone? Is it in the 1 hour? Yeah, in the 1 day. Right there. You see it on the 1 day chart. I am pointing out this big giant cup and handle right here on the 1 day chart on the daily. That pretty much goes sideways for just a little bit to complete that handle. And we get explosive leg up to about 119 to 129K Bitcoin. I would love to see it go above and beyond the 100K target. 120K target was actually in play from, believe it or not, JP Morgan came out and said that back in 2024. That's where they expected it to go this year. I wonder if their stance changed on that, but yeah, I've been building this chart out for the last 5 years. It's been fun. it's been a bit of OCD madness in the back of my brain. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. That's the big move. That's the one thing we're really looking forward. The event that's going to happen soon. Hopefully, this actually would line up right on top of Bitcoin 2025. Look at that, boom. Maybe a little early. Do I have this put out? What the hell? This is all the way out to August. Why is that far out? We only need like 2 weeks. We don't need like 2 months. So yeah, something like that. Oh my God, there's like 3 months there. What the hell? I'm not sure why that's doing that. In the smaller time frames, it didn't show up. In the larger time frames, sometimes it jumps. I notice that too. Sometimes my lines jump in between time frames. This is fine. Whatever. That's a whole month there. God, I really don't want us to go sideways for an entire month, but we could with tariffs and trade and BS. Anyway, so getting back, let's see if Bloomberg is talking about anything. If Consensus is talking about anything important today. We got let's see what we got here.
As we wind down, we're not legally allowed to be at a tech conference without discussing AI. So, Theodore, how would you say AI is currently impacting gaming from that you're seeing? And I'm curious for you guys of your predictions of down the road how AI will be changing the gaming landscape. Kick us off, Theodore.
Well, so for me, AI has two very interesting use cases in gaming. Number one is I was thrilled to see the PUBG ally, they call it, right? It's your teammate that you can go and ask them to find specific ammunition for you. You can chat to via voice and make your teammate do things. Which also could, in some instances during off-peak times help with, faster matchmaking. But in addition to that, adds a whole interesting kind of quality to the game. But the second, less talked about aspect of AI that is very interesting to me is utilizing AI for anti-cheat purposes. There's, a lot of cheats out there right now that are very, very hard to detect. Mm-hmm. But when you look at when a human, let's say, analyzes, certain patterns and behavior of a specific user and what the headshot percentage is or other things like that, right? How a user moves in the game, how the crosshair snaps. I'm talking about battle royale shooter games, but how the crosshair snaps to a person's head, etc. An AI could actually detect with much, much, much higher accuracy what might be happening there in terms of cheating, unlike the current anti-cheat solutions. So for me, it's those two things, right? Your teammates being much, 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 much smarter and being able to actually be talked to and be given tasks to. And then the second one is, the actual anti-cheat.
I love that. Min, give us a prediction or two for the space. Give us a quick short-term prediction for Web3 gaming, and then let's go wild, 3 to 5 years down the road prediction.
Before, I really want to say something about financialization.
Sure.
I want to say that when you're doing blockchain gaming at this stage, you got to not think of the token as a fundraising mechanism, right? That's like key, because I think a lot of the failures of blockchain gaming in the 23, 24 era is like, everyone looked at a token as like, oh, I'm going to use this to extract money. If you're going to build a great game, you got to think about it a little differently. You got to think about it as part of the game. So that's kind of like my view on that. I think that we will see games that have like a deep integration of crypto that is so fundamental to like the economy, and I'm pretty excited about that. My suspicion, which is maybe bad for us as investors, is it's gonna be like a really small team, like almost like Stardew Valley style. I don't know if people know this game, but like it's a game that was some guy built over 7 years by himself, like kind of like Minecraft as well. Like it's one or two guys just like building. And because of AI, like they're going to be able to build amazing product, but they're gonna really like integrate the crypto stuff deeply into the into the game. So I think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be something MMO style. Yeah.
And Koji, bring us home. Last question. Give us a quick prediction of what you see happening in the Web3 gaming space.
Well, I mean, I think AI is going to change the gaming space in general, right? Like, it's going to ramp up creativity like we've never seen. You used to have to build websites by like opening text files and writing code and then renaming them HTML and putting them up, or like people used to need expensive equipment to make movies, and now they're making them on their iPhones, right? Like, I think that the barrier to entry to creating games is going to be creativity and not sort of knowledge. You know, AI is going to democratize that, so you're going to see more interesting and fun games come out in like the next 5-10 years.
Guys, that was great. Thanks so much. Thank you all. Enjoyed.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that was Theodore, also from Off the Grid. I noticed him wearing that shirt there. Theodore Agronaut from Off the Grid. If you guys play that game, Gunzilla. Gunzilla's Off the Grid. One of my favorite games still right now. Launched its pre-release back in October. Still playing it today. And again, NFTs. You unlock NFTs, and it's already live on Avalanche blockchain. A little disappointed with that too. Again, it's all speculation. Yeah, of course, I know that AI is going to change the gaming space. What are you doing with it? That's what the hell is this? We're getting nothing out of this today, this week. It looks like consensus is going to be pretty much a continuation of yesterday. All right, guys, that might be it for me today. Let's get back in the chat before we go, though. Funky in the house saying he was on Little Bubble's last live stream last night, and they were talking dumb incoming, fudding his music vibes. That's a shame. That's a shame. My favorite Little Bubble song of all time. I have to share it with you guys. Little Bubble, of course, is Poor. We call them Poor, right? You guys know this one, right?
What do you do with the Bitcoin besides it just gather value?
Real estate developers in New York City, they're not buying the real estate because they want to live in it.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, we call them poor.
We call them what?
We call them poor.
We call them what?
People.
All right, of course, yeah, Little Bubbles, we call them Poor. Last year was amazing. It was amazing. All right. Oh, gosh. I got the disco ball going in the background now. All right. Anyway, what else we got? Funky also says ZBCN's pumping nicely right now, up 10%. That might be the only thing pumping. It might be the only thing pumping. Hey, it's fine. Keep pumping my bags. I'm happy. Everything else is down 10%. But you know, XCN is up 10%. XCN is top 200 or 300. I think it's up 300. Has been moving though. It has been moving. I still don't see it on here. 400? So it moved to the 400 now? It was 500 when we started this game. There it is. 10%, up 10%. One of the few gainers on the day. Shout out to Funky. I love ZBack. It's such a great project. Who doesn't want to get paid by the second or the hour instead of every 2 weeks? Blah. I'm done. I'm done with all this silly nonsense. Getting paid every 2 weeks. All right. Where is the thing? Where's the thing? Oh yeah, I was looking for the chart. There's the thing. There it is. Let's check out ZBack real quick. There we go. Yeah, creating just a quick little support line right here, bouncing up a little bit. I could still come back down and retest this too. It's not like it's gonna just fly up here and hit the 74% increase for the day, creating a new high. Not saying never, but we do have to get above this 202 level. That's a key level for a big breakout, which could take us to the previous all-time high on this chart. I don't know what this chart is against USD on, is that crypto.com? I don't know. I don't think it's when did this come out? Yeah, I think that is the all-time high. Is it? You can go to CoinMarketCap and double check, but if that's the case, man, we're gonna melt faces. We're gonna melt faces. Let's see, double check it. I can never trust TradingView's charts by itself. ZBCN. It's not on the top trending coins though. That's unfortunate. People still sleeping on ZBack, I see. That's 0 byte. What the hell is that? ZBCN. ZBack. 2016. What? I just saw it. Oh yeah, I guess it was 201716. Yeah. Yeah, same thing. If we go back to all time. Yeah, previous all time high. That's it. That's all we got. 203. 203. That can't be right. That can't be right. Is that it? 2013? 203. That's nothing. That's an all-time for ants. Come on. We're going to go to the moon. We're going to go to the moon. We're going to go to like freaking, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 cents. Probably. I think I'm going to be out right around 4 or 5, 4.5, 5 though. From where I've been buying, and of course down here in these ranges where everyone else has been buying pretty much the little bottom. We bottomed out on that line here. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting, guys. I'm super excited for where we're gonna be headed. Hopefully, guys, hopefully you guys got enough ZBack. Hope you guys got enough ZBack. What else we got here? Funky. Also, man, he threw a lot of stuff at me today. Oh, Bleh, how's it going, Kush? How's it going, Bleh? Can you do TARS AI ticker as Tay? Yeah, sure we can do Ty. TARS AI. I think I still have it pulled up. I thought it was still in here. No, I guess I might have deleted it. Yeah, I think I replaced it with Synapse when we were looking at Synapse a couple weeks ago. Oh no, there it is, Ty. There it is, TARS AI. It looks like it's breaking out. Looks like it wants to break out. It still needs to get above this line though. Last time we looked at it, we drew that on there. 1.3. So 13 cents. Needs to break 13 cents. 15 really. 15 really. So it's still early. Still retesting this here. It's not looking the greatest at the moment. But of course, we can double bottom here at about 6 cents, and then move on back up to retest, and then hopefully a breakout from there. And I'm still looking at this time frame here. Back in, was that June? Yeah, towards the middle of June, we start getting a ramp up for TARS AI. If you guys are bullish on that project, that's what I got for you. Nothing really has changed since the last time we pulled this up. It's about the same exact thing. All right, what do we got here? What do we got? Funky, going back to Funky. Keep going back and forth between Funky and Bleh. Yes, Funky says, doesn't Sui have a handheld gaming system? They do. Solana does as well. Both of them have been competing for this very weird niche mobile game-like market with their own portable handhelds. They're actually pretty cheap Chinese knockoff Game Boy like things. I can show you. I did try to get a pre-order on what was it, they had a gold Trump one or something like that, and I tried getting a pre-order on that, but then I realized it wasn't actually real. They didn't actually make a Trump one. It was just an NFT only. That was kind of disappointing. But let me see if I can pull that up. I'll show you guys. Sui gaming device. This is actually last year. Same with the Solana one. The Solana one actually might be 2 years old now. This is what they announced. This is what they showed. This one's not actually as bad as the Solana one. No, the Solana one is pretty chintzy. I'll show you the Solana one. Of course, Solana also has their own phone too. What in the world? There it is. I'm like, where is it? There it is. Play Solana. There it is there. They didn't get a Bitcoin one. Did they? I don't think they got a Bitcoin one. Maybe they called it BitBoy. Oh my God. I don't know. That's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this here. The Play Solana. That's the Play Solana device there. So yeah, again, you can find these handheld devices pretty cheap off of like Alibaba or Temu. Almost a pretty much blatant knockoff of some of their devices over there with just a bit of marketing, Solana marketing thrown on it. Okay. So yeah, that's the idea, right? That they're getting into that. You play some pretty simple games on it, and I think it'll set you back like a couple $100. Ooh, a red one. But yeah, I could never get myself on a pre-order for one. And honestly, I don't know. The Solana, I mean, the Sui one might be a little more promising than the Solana one, but yeah, it is pretty chintzy. There goes one there. I think they did like a Sheeb partnership for one too. They had a whole bunch. I think Floki had one, or Dog with Hat. I think it was Dog with Hat. One of the dog coins had it. Solana themed game device. I probably can't find it. You can go to Play Solana. Play Solana's Discord. You can see them over there. You can also pre-order from their Discord too. Play Solana Discord. Solana Tech, Solana Play Solana. PSG1, that's it right there. Right below, right there. The PSG one. You get the updates from here, and they have a whole bunch of different ones. There's the Floki one I was talking about, the partnership. Where are the devices though? And they have a bunch of NFTs, like those game cartridges right here. These are all NFTs. If you guys are into that sort of thing. I mean, it's been a minute since I've been on here, and we talked about this stuff. Probably close to a year now. Man, and there's no real big updates either. It's kind of seems like a dead project. All right, guys. So that's of course the Play Salon. I don't want to spend too much more time on that. Yeah. So go see Zbeck. Yes. The Braveheart. Yes. Off the grid, Paul. Also for Myria TA as well as your price prediction. Also, do you hold any Myria? I do. I have a big old bag of Myria. And I think I still have it up here as well. Yes, I do. Boom. So yeah, Myria right now is still just kind of chopping sideways. It kind of ended where I drew that line. Apparently, I drew that back in the middle of April. Last time we took a really big look at this chart. It's holding up pretty well though. It is still pretty much messing around at the bottoms. If you guys don't have any Myria, still a good time to buy up Myria. Look at this, still messing around at the bottom. So yeah, I still think Myria has a good future ahead of it. It's got tons and tons of games that they're building on it. One of the big ones I pointed out a few months ago, I'll pull it up right now too. The big one they have is called Meta Rush, right? That's not the one I'm super excited about. That one kind of reminds me of Fall Guys, but with like, I don't know, robot girls, mecha girls, mecha suits. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys ever play Fall Guys, Fall Guys is like a race to the finish, kind of like everyone against everyone battle royale, but obstacle course. And it's pretty much the same sort of kind of game, same kind of mechanics, except you have more abilities and powers depending on what character you choose, I assume. So yeah, that's kind of my play on it, but it looks like a AAA game. It's probably going to be released on multiple platforms. So that's their biggest thing they have right now. Now they have some other games too on Myria's website, right? So that's just one of their games. If you go to Myria's website here, you can see a list of their lineup of games that are coming out. They got some sports partnerships and some other things. Let me get in here. Come on. Just took over my screen. Yeah, so they got Nitro, League Studios. They got 360 Cricket, Boss Fighters. This is another bigger one. I don't know. It doesn't look amazing, but again, it's still pretty early for this this studio slash ecosystem. Where's the other stuff? Mini games, nose tokens. They also have the marketplace. This is where I wanted to show you guys. The link up to the marketplace is a Minecraft mod called Retro. Where is it? It's not on the games. I have a hard time finding it every time I go to the. There it is, Retrocraft. So it's a Minecraft mod called Retrocraft, somehow affiliated with Myria. It's on their main website. Pretty freaking awesome, pretty cool. If you actually look at the game, they have a whole bunch of NFTs attached to this thing, and they've got like, yeah, retro worlds people are building, kind of like, you know, in Minecraft, obviously. And then they've got like little, look at this, like playing Mario Kart in Minecraft. And they've got some other games too, like the classic Atari tank game. Yeah, so that sort of thing is going on over at Myria. So again, Myria to me is still a very high risk play. It's not my favorite pick, but it is one of the most explosive of all my picks. And again, a lot of us hold a big bag of Myria for that reason, because if it pops off, it's going to pop off huge. Previous all-time high for Miria was about almost 2 pennies. Right now it's at 309. It's again at the very bottom of the barrel right now. Could be totally explosive with a huge price move. I would love to see this pop off and hit probably like 10 cents, maybe 20 cents. That's kind of my target. I'm gonna try to get out around 9. That's gonna be kind of my target there. That's gonna smash on through there. I might take a little bit off the top when we hit that wall. If we can hit that wall, that's about 3 or 4 cents. So that's gonna be probably my biggest, my first big. Again, this is probably not gonna happen until like, I don't know, September, maybe towards the end of the summer. Sometime towards the end of summer, I really expect Miria to pop off and just kind of start to trickle on upward and smash through some of these previous, all-time highs, and then move on upward towards the end of the year. So gaming is really big in summer, period. And so all you have to do is really launch Meta Rush, get some momentum with that, get some transactions going, and some volume, and yeah, we're off to the races. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. This to kind of start moving here in the next month or two, but it won't end until the end of the year. So just keep an eye out for that. And those are kind of my price targets right now. It's somewhere between 5 and 10 cents. I'm going to be probably mostly all out. But anyway, that's just because I have a large enough bag that I can DCA out and be okay and be happy. Either way, I mean, you're buying right now, you're going to be happy no matter where you get out, even at a penny. I mean, it's ridiculous where we're going from here. At a penny, that's going to be a 1,900% move. Okay, that's a penny and a half. Okay, I take it back. It's a penny and a half, but still crazy stuff happening for Miria in the future. All right, getting back to the chat. Also, let's see what else we got here. Go ZPCN. Yes, go ZPCN. We did the target TA for Miria. I'm not a gamer. Sounds fun though. Have a great day, guys. Yes, off the grid ball. Yes, have a good one. Love the song. Yeah. That's my favorite song from Lil Bubble for sure. We call them poor. Michael Saylor. We call them poor. And then nice. Love the Otaku remix. I do like to add that little bit in there, right? We call them what? We call them what? Yep. The only game I play on my PS5 is Fall Guys. That's funny. Yeah, so that could be right in your wheelhouse. Right in your wheelhouse for sure. Need a crypto game that plays like Magic the Gathering. I'd spend all my time on it. That'd be fun. All the card games are going to be crypto-esque in the future for sure. I mean, they're already talking about integrating Pokemon, the trading card game, with Sui's blockchain, as well as possibly the whole series. We'll see. Crypto JPEG says, no, I missed the whole stream. I never alerted me. You finally go live. Yeah, I know. It is what it is. It's been a chaotic morning just trying to get live again this morning. But we're here. And we're getting close to 11 now. Yes, I made up the half hour that I missed. Freaking YouTube. Yes, blah. Of course, blah. Anything for the likes. Speaking of which, please like, subscribe, do all the things down below if you like what you're seeing here today. Going live again tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is what we do. The Dixie, just a quick update before we head out. The Dixie is coming up just a little bit, getting closer to retesting 101. Maybe already there. Let's refresh that. Nope, it has fallen. Yay! Let's double top that and get the hell out of that range. Trump is going to be ending his tour, so maybe the dollar will be coming down after the tour has ended in the Middle East. Let's double check the top.
Every one of those countries, we're growing. As they grow, we grow. We cover, more of their institutions. Overseas, we're institutional. In the United States, we also have consumer. And so, as you know, we're testing consumer and Chase UK.
Yeah, and you're growing actually that retail business a lot in the UK. What's next for that?
We hope to grow it more in the UK, add some products, and eventually we've already announced we're going to go to Germany.
This is actually just a replay of what they covered this morning when they had his talk with Jamie Dimon. And we already covered all that anyway. Pretty much, again, calling for a 45% chance of a recession. A little less than a coin flip away. Last time I flipped a coin, it was tails, and it's still tails. So, no recession today. All right. What else we got? Anything else breaking before we go? Let's see if we can cover anything else new. Nothing here. S&P 500 falls for the first time in 4 sessions. I guess we're coming down a little bit. Oh no, it's down 0.3%. My God, the broad market index is down 0.3%. Oh no. All right, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for the live today. The Bitcoin testing 102 right now as we speak, right as we leave. And that's fine. That's fine. we're still up here. We're still up here chilling. All right, guys. So I will catch you guys tonight, 8 Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day. I'm going to try to get some more stuff unpacked and find my mouse. I'm sick of using this damn wired thing. I'm going to find my mouse. All right, guys. I'll peace out. See you later. Alligator. If I find the right button. Here it is. And boom.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade a montage. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Whom I want to be more coins and let me bottle forever more and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood shopping and door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Oh no, update. Funky. Okay, funky. I gotta talk about this before we go. Coinbase says hackers bribe staff to steal customer data that are demanding $20 million in ransom. Yeah, I guess that's what all this is about. $20 million for Coinbase. The incident may cost Coinbase up to $400 million to fix. The company estimated the crypto exchange operator received on email May 11th from someone claiming they obtained information about the certain Coinbase consumer accounts, as well as the internal Coinbase documentation, including materials relating to customer service and account management systems. Coinbase reported Securities and Exchange Commission filing. This happened. It seems like the day they went live. This is kind of like premeditated, I think. For when I mean live, I meant live for the S&P 500, listing. So this is, I guess this has been going on in the background for at least a few days. At least, 3 days? 4 days. Last 4 days. So yeah, interesting. Don't think it's gonna really matter too much in the grand scheme of things. And again, it's just a social hack. It seems like they're bribing staff to steal customer data. Yikes. Guys, this is why. Not your keys, not your cheese. But still, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal for Coinbase in the long run. Anyway, I will see you guys later tonight. Have a good one. Later.
Bet.